Hello vinyl freaks, it's the Danish record hunter here, and in this video I will show you a couple Danish singles from the 70s, and I will start out with Anaconda. Now, what is more interesting than maybe the music that is on here, it's actually the fact that this is like a missing link between two other bands. So some of the members here in Anaconda, including the guitarist Michael Bruhn, they came from like a more heavy, progressive, kind of jazz rocking band called Thor's Hammer. And this band released one album in 1971, and then some of the members, they went on to found Anaconda. And when Anaconda dissolved, some of the members, they went on and formed a more like commercial, funky band called Tyggegummi-banden. Tyggegummi-banden became Banden, and Michael Bruhn, he was not performing on the first album by Tyggegummi-banden because he became a member of Sensory System on the second album they did from 1975, and here he is, Michael Bruhn, he's right here. So Michael Bruhn, he also played in some other groups like Heavy Joker, like more like a fusion jazz thing going on there. Also he appears with a song actually on this compilation right here, Dance Guitar Union, and also it's a very funky instrumental that he contributed to that compilation. What else? He also played in a pop band in the 80s that's called Tøsedrengene. So, okay, what is featured here on this single? The A side, it's pretty much like some glam rock, I would call it. Glam rock, power pop, something like that. Kind of catchy. It's a bit repetitive. It doesn't do a lot for me, but it's a cool little song. The B side, it's more like a soulful ballad, and I actually think that I may like that one more for like the musicality of it. But anyway, it's a fun little single to have, and you will soon get to hear it when I upload the full vinyl rip of it. But now you can listen to a sample.
Baby, you turn me on. Baby, you really move me. Baby, it's so much fun. Baby, when you move me. Baby, take me high. Take me to the sky. The world is passing by while we fly. Yeah, 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 yeah.
So the next single we have here is by a band called Days. And Days, they released a debut album in 1970-71 on Spectator. That label, you know, it burned down, and I think lots of master tapes and copies of the records that was recorded there, they burned down with the building. So it's very rare records from Spectator. Of course, this one is not from Spectator because Days released one album for Spectator. That one is very rare and very expensive today. It's kind of very lightweight, progressive rock, like proto-prog, I would call it. It's like it's not that heavy, the production is not that good, and that, like, all the Spectator albums had kind of lousy production, but it's kind of charming in a way. But Days' first album, it doesn't do a lot for me. But when I listen to this single, then suddenly I get to appreciate the first album they did, because this one, it's, I don't know, it's a bit goofy, poppy. Also, yeah, you could say they're more playful on this single than on the debut album. So this is also kind of a missing link in the career of Days, because you have the debut album on Spectator, then later on they released two kind of pop rock albums in the later 70s. Like this single is from 1973. I bought this single because I was actually a little bit curious if there would be some hard stuff on this one, but there's not. But you get to listen to it very soon. But first, a little sample.
Have you seen the newspaper? Have you seen the newspaper now? Tell me what you feel, tell me how. Can you go to work with us? Can you go to work with us? Don't you go once in a while?
If you have followed my channel and seen my videos, you probably know about the band Liza. They've released like the debut album here from 1975, and also Take a Look Again from 1977. But also a later album, Kontakten, is in here somewhere. But also they released this single, and I didn't have it in my collection when I did my videos about Liza. So what's interesting about this single is it was released around the time of the debut album. I'm not really sure if it came before or after, but definitely it's from 1975. It has like, the thing is also you have a Danish rock lexicon in Denmark, where you can, there's lots of knowledge in this book, and you can get very wise, but also there is some things that are missing. And if I remember correctly, this single, it's not part of the discography of Liza in the book, which is kind of funny because they really have lots of obscure stuff. But then again, this single doesn't appear there, and lots of other stuff is not appearing in that book, especially Rare 7 Inches. Also, this book was written back in 1985, so there was no internet, so some of the stuff was just not easy to get your hands on. So, of course, there is an album track from the first album, which is Bad Bad Thing, and that one is like a very rocking country rock track, and there is a guest performance by the guitarist called Niels Tuxen. Earlier in his career, he played in like the Savage Rose, but then he was a member of a lot of groups, so he was just guesting, but he became very famous for his pedal steel guitar. And this guy, I actually kind of really appreciate what Tuxen did in his early career, because he really, was a master at fusing country rock, which I'm not particularly a fan of, but he fused that with like rock music and fusion. So it's a cool song. I really like that song also from the debut album. But the thing on this record that I want to show you is a non-album track, which is called Serious, and it's the A-side, and it's a funky rocker with a nice guitar solo, just as we know Liza. So let's take a listen to the sample.
And I don't give a damn about excuses, cause I want you to give it all you can. But I'm not at the old school traditions. I just want you to know I'm serious.
So the last single I'm gonna show you in this video, it doesn't appear in this book either, and it's called The Hurts. The band is called The Hurts, And no, it's not Peter Frampton's old band before he joined Humble Pie. This is the Danish Hertz. And this one blew me away because not a lot of bands played like heavy stuff, heavy music in Denmark at the time. This single is from 1974, and there's some heavy guitar on those two songs, especially the A side, Everything For Me. It's like a heavy psychedelic rocker, but then again, the band is playing some very catchy music. I don't know, maybe a glam rock, hard glam rock, maybe I will call it that. But it's a cool single. I don't know a lot about the band. I think there is some members that appeared in another group called Barbecue. I'm not really sure about that, but maybe if some of the members are watching my video, they will maybe tell me the story. So it's a very cool item to have if you're into Danish rock music. It's just a very cool single. I really like this one. So let's have a listen to a sample of it.
You say that you try to do your best. Now I know that you are just like the rest.
Enjoyed my video. There will be more videos like this in the future with me showing like only singles, but mostly it's albums, like full-length albums. So please, if you want more, press like and subscribe, and see ya next time.
You say that you try to do your best. Now I know that